This video, I'm going to reveal to you the existence of black popes, guys. Yes, I bet you never saw this one coming, but there have been at least 3 prior black popes. In reality, there were a lot more. Let me just be raw with you, okay? The original popes, Simon Peter, and many of those other guys that came after him were black people. But let's ignore those original guys for now. Let's focus on people whose records we can still find in the modern times, okay? I'm going to show you from this book right here called The African Presence in Early Europe by Ivan van Sertima. Okay, this fellow is deceased now, okay? But I still enjoy many of his books, guys, okay? I'm going to show you that even he discovered that, yeah, there were at least 3 black popes, popes of the Catholic Church. At least 3 of them who were actually black people. Some of them were born in Africa. All right, guys, so here we are on page 10 of this book. We're going to learn something very powerful about history. Most of you don't know this stuff, and they hide this stuff from you. They will never show you this on television. They'll never show it to you on TV shows, History Channel, BBC, documentaries. Forget about that stuff. Okay, all of that stuff exists to push the Caucasian narrative of history, which is that everybody was always white. But let's see what this says right here. Among the great blacks in antiquity, which Snowden does not mention, are the 3 black popes of Rome. Yes, head of the Catholic Church, guys. 3 black people that most of you don't even know existed, guys. Professor Shuby introduces us to Saint Victor I, who was born in 189 to 199 AD, okay, almost 200 years after the Messiah, who was responsible for the observance of Easter on Sunday by both the Europeans and the Asiatic Christians. Another guy was Saint Miltiades, okay, he was born around 315 AD, whose reign as Pope witnessed one of history's turning points, the conversion of the Roman Emperor Constantine to Christianity, guys, okay, and the consequent freeing of Christians throughout the Roman Emperor. Okay, so this is when Christianity became their primary religion, guys, at this time. And it was even around this time, about 300 years after the Messiah died, that Christmas started, becoming celebrated, guys, okay? Christmas is something else. We'll go into that in another video one day, okay? Now, here is the 3rd black pope that you guys may not be aware of. A man named Saint Gelasius I. Okay, so he was born around 500 years after the Messiah died. Okay, and he was born in Rome, but of African parents who introduced the Feast of Purification, Candlemas, composed many hymns, prefaces and collects, and arranged a standard book for the Mass. Professor Scooby not only introduces us to their achievements, but shows us what they looked like originally and what they are made to look like in the later centuries, as their faces were deliberately altered to wipe out from the consciousness of the world the memory of their original African ancestry. Okay, you guys will remember that these guys existed. Okay, whenever you hear these names, Saint Miltiades, Saint Gelasius, Saint Victor I, you think of a bunch of Caucasian people. They were Negroes, were African, black people, guys. Okay, but as it says right here, there was a deliberate attempt to wipe out from the consciousness of the world the memory of their original African ancestry. They don't want you to know that there were black people ever in positions of power anywhere, guys, okay? This is something that Caucasian historians and the Caucasian elite are doing, okay? Average Caucasians who is just trying to take care of the family doesn't know about this stuff. This is the elites that are doing this, okay? And it's very important that we are able to, find evidence of this stuff, okay? It's a great book. There's a lot more inside this book I could go into. Crazy stuff, okay?